To factor a polynomial by grouping, we group the terms of the polynomial into two or more groups and factor each group with the hope that all the groups contain the same factor. Then we factor out that common factor and deal with the remaining polynomials. If there are no common factors among all groups, then we might try grouping the terms of the polynomial differently and trying again. Let's look at the example. First polynomial is 3x squared plus 6x minus x minus 2. There are four terms as written in that polynomial. So what we'll do is we'll group those terms 2 by 2. So we'll take the first two terms and the next two terms. So the first group is the group that consists of 3x squared plus 6x. And the second one will be negative x, negative 2. From the first group, we can factor 3x, and what will remain is x plus 2. From the second group, we'll factor out negative 1, and we'll get x plus 2. So those groups factored, as you can see, yield the same factor x plus 2. So we'll factor it out, so we'll have x plus 2 outside, and then what remains from the first group is 3x, and from the second group negative 1, and that's the factorization of that given polynomial. Let's look at more difficult problem. Here we have polynomial of degree 3, again 4 terms, so again we'll group 2 by 2, the first two and the second two. And the groups are then x cubed minus 2x squared. And the second group is, so it's plus negative x plus 2. The first group have the common factor, which is x squared, which I will factor out, and it gives me x minus 2. And the second group, I will again factor out negative 1, so this is negative 1, this is x minus 2. Again, we can see that x minus 2 is a common factor, and therefore we factor x minus 2 out from that whole polynomial. What will remain is x squared minus 1. Now you have to remember that we want to factor completely, so you have to look whether there is anything you can do here. And here we have x squared minus 1 term, which can be factored by using the difference of squares. So as a result, we'll have x minus 2 and x squared minus 1 factors as x minus 1 times x plus 1. None of these factors can be factored further, so our polynomial is factored completely.